Welcome, Shluchos. You have joined us here during one of the coldest winters on record. I hope your hearts and souls are warmed by the Warmkeit of spending precious time with your fellow Shluchos from around the world gathered here in the Rebbe's Daladamas. Shluchos, the Shabbos before last was Shabbos Shira. And when we read the Haftorah of Shira's Devorah from Sefer Shoftim, it made me think of you, Taira Shluchos of the Rebbe. Who was Devorah HaNeviah? She was a prophetess and the fourth judge of the Jewish people in the era of the Shoftim. She held court in the hills of Ephraim, where the people recognized her wisdom and came to her for counsel and conflict resolution. Devorah enters history at a time when the Jewish people were oppressed by Yavin, the king of Canaan, who threatened the Jews with a formidable military army led by Sisera and his 900 iron chariots. Devorah describes the hardship. Quote, "The highways were abandoned and travelers kept to the byways. The villagers ceased in Israel. They ceased to be. In other words, people were afraid to leave their homes." So Devorah calls on Barak, the general, to lead the people in battle. But he refuses to go without her. So she goes, she leads the army, and she wins the war. And then she sings a song of thanks to Hashem for winning the war. Anechi LaHashem Oshira. In her song, she remarkably doesn't describe herself as a warrior. She doesn't describe herself as a prophet or a general. She describes herself humbly as Aim B'Yisrael, a mother among the Jews. You, Shluchos of the Rebbe, are spiritual warriors, leaders who build, guide, teach, inspire, and nurture. You do it with wisdom, with bina, and chochmas noshim. Each one of you is an Aim B'Yisrael. Like Devorah, you exemplify leadership through the feminine approach. Like Devorah, you nurture with motherly love, with moral clarity, with the authority and confidence of someone deeply attuned to Torah, to mitzvahs, and the Rebbe's teachings. Devorah went to the battlefield because that is where she was needed. She went even though it was uncomfortable, and clearly very unconventional. When each of you arrived in Yemokim HaShlichus, there were no trumpets sounded, no banners unfurled, no red carpets unrolled. You had few friends, no relatives, no familiar culture. You went where Jewish souls needed you to nurture them and warm them in Yiddishkeit. In her song of praise to Hashem, Devorah cries out, Libi l'chekek Yisrael, hamisnadvim ba'am. My heart is with those who volunteered amongst the people to fight for Hashem. I feel like she is speaking across the ages to you, the Shluchos, women who volunteered to fight for Yiddishkeit and lead in the spirit of Devorah, Aim B'Yisrael. Indeed, on the title page of the Sefer HaShluchim, the Rebbe used these very words of Devorah, Hamisnadvim Ba'am, to describe who and what the Shluchim and Shluchos are. The Rebbe granted you the hallowed and exalted designation Hamisnadvim Ba'am, those who answered the call and stepped forward on behalf of the Jewish people. You are that group. This is your insignia. Devorah's leadership brought stability, peace, and spiritual restoration to the Jewish people for many decades. This is what you, Shluchos of the Rebbe, achieve. Building and fortifying Jewish life, nurturing stability at home, in your community, in your city, and from there in ever-widening circles. Tonight, you Shluchos are the honorees. and in the zechus of your tireless dedication to the Rebbe's Shluchos, to Klal Yisrael. Yimali Hashem Yisborach es kol mishalas libchen, l'teva v'levracha. May Hashem answer all your tefillas and bless each and every one of you with brachas for children, good health, nachas, shidduchim, hatzlacha, and parnasa, v'ad mehera yoretz Devorah. And until we meet again, bon voyage.